Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Papa Plays YouTube channel. Today is July 20th, and welcome to the weekend. I'm back breaking down a couple more plays for the Saturday slate of games in the MLB. We're going to be looking at the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Washington Nationals as the first play of the day. Then we're going to be looking at the Boston Red Sox going up against the Dodgers as the best play of the day. And as always, the best player props will be towards the end of the video. If you guys enjoy the content, would you please, before you go any further, drop a like in this video, share it with a friend, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well. All right, let's break down some ball. All right, guys, let's get into that graphic from Friday night. This is what I love to see. Everything green right now. Perfect start to the after the All-Star break. We had the Philadelphia Phillies -half in the first five because no Paul Skeens, no Jared Jones, nobody for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They decided to just throw out their fourth man. The Philadelphia Phillies, they had a little bit of problem in that first 5 innings. They allowed 4 runs, but they scored 6. Actually, they might have scored 7. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think they had a 3-1 advantage at the end of 5 innings, so we did cash the -half in the first 5. Hopefully, you guys caught those notes in the last video. Ketel Marte over 1.5 bases going up against the Cubs and Justin Steele. 1 hit against Justin Steele, picked up another hit against the bullpen, so we had 2 hits on the day, over 1.5 bases. Jack Flaherty under 2.5 runs. This one was scary because he did come out at plus 130, I believe, on the over 1.5, but he did come out at minus 160 on the under 2.5. Took the under 2.5. Last pitch of the day for him, 97 or 8 pitches going up against Vladimir Guerrero. Full count, 3-2. Vladdy says, hold this for me, sends one to the upper deck, about 450 on an absolute rope. But Jack Flaherty before that, he was incredible. He had a no-hitter, I believe, through 5 innings as well. So he was really good. He did cash the under 2.5 there. Yankees in the first 5 -half. Garrett Cole was really good. Yankees got a lot of run support as well for Garrett Cole. They scored 5 in the first 5 innings. Aaron Judge just picked up another base hit, so he did cash over 1.5 bases as well. 2 singles in the game so far, and we are looking for an Aaron Judge home run late in the game. It's going to have to be in the bottom of the 8th. Unless the Yankees string together a lot of hits here in the bottom of 7th. But we need another Aaron Judge at bat to have the complete sweep of the day. But 3-0 on the best bets, what we're looking for. 2-0 on the player props, 1-0 on the game pick. 3-0 looks really good. Let's do it again today. We're going to start with the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Washington Nationals. It took a lot out of me to look at that Cincinnati Reds game yesterday on Friday night and not take it because Patrick Corbin was on the mound. I don't know what it was, but for some reason I took 2 other games, and it was the best for me because the Washington Nationals right now, they're winning the game by 6 runs past the 5th inning. Now, with that being said, they could easily blow the lead with the bullpen. But in this game, for game number 2, I'm going to take the Reds to win this one on the money line. I thought about taking the under in this game because I do think both these teams at times can struggle hitting the ball. But I'm going to stick with the Reds in this game because I'm going to go with Nick Lodolo on the mound. And I do trust him, even though he's had a couple bad games in a row. The All-Star break is exactly what this guy needed. He was dealing with some injuries last season. He was dealing with some injuries already this season as well. I think he's finally fully healthy, and I'm expecting him to have a really good second half of the year. He's coming into this game with pretty good numbers this season. 3.33 ERA, a 1.12 whip. Those are his best numbers of his career so far. And again, he has been beaten up a little bit before the All-Star break, giving up a total of 9 runs over the last 3 games. But he has shown a lot of bright spots this season as well. In the month of June, he was really good for the Reds, giving up 2 runs or less in 5 consecutive games, dating from May 27th until the 23rd of June. I would love one of those games in this one going up against the Washington Nationals, who, while they are my favorite team, I understand they're not a very good team. I also have been seeing this lineup that they've been messing around with, trying to get some of their guys from the farm system more at-bats. We also have Trey Lipscomb right now playing third base, which I'm okay with. But top to bottom, this is really not a big league lineup to put a lot of runs up. We have some really good players, C.J. Abrams, Lane Thomas. Don't get me wrong, but there are a lot of guys in this lineup, young guys in this lineup, that are just not ready to make that big of an impact. I think Nick Lodolo should be able to come into this game and shut them down. The Nationals, they're going to be throwing out Mackenzie Gore, who has been really good for them this year. He's had a couple bad starts in a row, and this is all about confidence for this young guy. He is a mental head case. That's why he's been bounced around a little bit from team to team in early his career. I think he has everything you're looking for in a starting pitcher. He's shown that. He can be a big league pitcher, but whenever his confidence is shaken, there is no telling what he's going to do on the mound. He has given up 4+ runs in 4 of the last 5 games. And while I do think the Reds, they struggle at times to string together hits, I don't think they're going to struggle in this one going up against Mackenzie Gore. Give me the Reds here on the money line to bounce back after the loss on Friday night as the play. For the graphic plays today on this one, we're going to take C.J. Abrams over 1.5 bases going up against Nick Lodolo and the Reds. CJ, he's our best player on this team, I think, by a pretty wide margin. This is going to be a left against left matchup, but CJ Abrams this season has been one of the best hitters on this team going up against left-handed pitching as a lefty. He has a batting average of .291 against left-handed pitching, and Nick Lodolo, he also does struggle more against lefties than righties. CJ has also shown power going up against both left and right-handed pitching this season, but what I would really like to happen in this game for him to just get a couple base knocks in this one, a single in the first inning, then maybe a single later down the road. That's exactly what I'm looking for in this one going up against the lefty. I don't expect a power hit in this game. If he does get one, that's perfect. If he gets an extra base hit, I would love that. But I'm going to take him here to get a couple base knocks. Over 1.5 bases on 2 singles as the graphic play there. Let's move on to the best play of the day. We are going to be looking at the Boston Red Sox going up against the Los Angeles Dodgers. We have 2 guys on the mound. One I have seen a lot this season. Somebody I've backed a lot. The other guy I haven't seen at all in his career. I'm going to be taking the over 9.5 run score in this game between the two teams because they do have some really good bats in this game, and I'm going to trust them over the pitching. One of my favorite players in the MLB, Brian Bayo, is going to be back on the mound for the Boston Red Sox. I've had this guy's back for 2 seasons now, and I don't know how much longer I can try to boost him up because he really hasn't been giving me much to go on, much excited about this season. And the other guy on the mound is going to be one of the top prospects for the Dodgers, and Justin Robleski, and I do apologize if I mispronounced that. He has been in 2 games this season with the Dodgers, starting both of them, and he has given up a total of 8 runs in 10 innings, giving up 4 home runs in those 2 games against the Tigers and the Brewers. The Red Sox, they were one of the hottest teams in baseball coming into the All-Star break. I think they're going to stay hot coming out of the All-Star break going up against the Dodgers. This is definitely going to be his toughest test of his young career, and I think we're going to see a lot of runs poured in on both sides. The name of the game in this matchup is going to be the home run ball, and both of these starting pitchers have not been very successful at keeping the ball in the ballpark this year. Brian Bayo over the last 2 games has given up 3 total home runs, and he's coming off a 2 home run game against the Royals. On the season, he hasn't been much better than last year as well, giving up 14 home runs over 17 games, and that's still way too many in my book. He's also given up a ton of hits over the last several games, and teams have been picking up on him very early. He is now coming into this game with a 5.32 ERA, giving up 7+ hits in 4 of the last 5 games, and he has only gone up against one quality team in those 5 games. With the way he's been pitching and the Dodgers with the way they've been hitting all season long, I do expect him to give up a lot of runs in this game. And the way the Boston Red Sox have also been hitting this season, and the rookie on the mound, he has struggled in the first 2 games of his career. I just see a lot of runs being scored between both these teams. I think this is a very easy over to cash. Give me the over 9.5 runs as the best play of the day. For the player props on the screen, I'm going to take Tyler O'Neill on this one, over 1.5 bases, perhaps even to hit a home run in this game if that interests you guys. The official play is going to be over 1.5 bases, not going to add on the home run. And I know that we've seen this rookie now 2 times, and he has a home run problem, giving up 4. The good news of the Boston Red Sox and for the over in this game is the best play is that he's been extremely bad going up against left-handed hitters. He is giving up a batting average of 500 this season against lefties, and the Boston Red Sox, they are all lefties besides one guy in Tyler O'Neill. You'd think I'd probably take a lefty in this one, but O'Neill against the left side, he's hitting nearly 300 this season against left-handed pitching, and basically all the power numbers that Justin has given up this year has been against right-handed hitters. Tyler against left-handed pitching this season, he has a great slug percentage, having 12 extra base hits of his 23 in total because he doesn't see a lot of left-handed pitching. In this matchup, I think he's going to get the best of the rookie. He's going to launch a ball somewhere far into the stands. Give me Tyler O'Neill here over 1.5 bases as one of the graphic plays as the play there. But let's move on to the best player props of the day. We are going to start with the batting prop. I'm going to take Corbin Carroll of the Arizona Diamondbacks to go over 1.5 bases going up against the Cubs. The Diamondbacks yesterday had a ton of hits, but Corbin Carroll, he did not pick up any hits, and that's been a trend for him basically all season long. He has struggled this season after 2 really good years in his first 2 seasons in the big leagues, but I believe in this game we're going to see the best version of Corbin Carroll because this is going to be a left against right matchup going up against a guy who he should dominate. Everything in this game is going to benefit Corbin Carroll because not only is Kyle Hendricks a very streaky pitcher, Kyle Hendricks does not throw a fastball and he does not throw a slider. He only throws his fastball 12% of the time, and mostly what we see out of him is sinker and changeup. As you can see on the screen, the pitches that Corbin Carroll this season have not been able to hit well, the fastball and the slider. Those were his 2 worst pitches to hit this season, and he's probably not going to see a lot of that out of Kyle Hendricks. And the numbers this season for Corbin Carroll, they have not been very good. I'm not trying to defend him at all taking this play, but against right-handed pitching, he has been decent. He's hitting .221 against the right side this season, and he has 21 extra base hits of his 54 in total. Kyle Hendricks, he has been on a roller coaster this season as well, coming in with a 6.78 ERA. He does have some good starts mixed in there with some really bad starts, but more times than not, Kyle Hendricks this season, he has not been a very reliable guy. He is also giving up a batting average above 300 this season against left-handed hitters, giving up a .310 batting average with 9 home runs already in the year on that side. Corbin Carroll does have home run power. We have not seen a lot of it this season. I think we're going to see home run power in this game. It'd be a great game to take him here. I'm going to take him to rip a double in this game. If you're feeling frisky, take him to hit a home run as well. But I think Corbin Carroll is going to show Kyle Hendricks a thing or two about hitting the ball. Give me Corbin Carroll here over 1.5 bases as the best play of the day. For the pitching props, we are going to go to the Yankees game, and I'm going to take Nestor Cortez over 2.5 runs allowed going up against the Tampa Bay Rays. I like this play for several reasons, and the first reason is because the Tampa Bay Rays have been dominating left-handed pitching. This is one of the worst teams in baseball hitting the ball. They're bottom 10 in nearly every single major category on the offensive side this season. The reason for that is because they go up against right-handed pitching so often, and they don't really go up against lefties that often. They don't even have 1,000 at-bats this season against the left side, but whenever they get the opportunity, they're hitting .264 as a team. Whenever we take the splits on left against right hitting for the Tampa Bay Rays, they are top 5 in batting average this season against left-handed pitching in the major leagues. They are also the second highest team in baseball at getting on base whenever they make contact with left-handed pitching. That's what that BABIP is at the bottom right corner, which stands for batting average on balls in play. So whenever they do make contact with the ball, which is a lot against left-handed pitching, they find a lot of gap in the outfield. And the final reason for this play going for Nestor Cortez, that he's gone up against the Tampa Bay Rays 4 times already this season. The first time around, anything can happen. The second time around, I typically like to lean on the pitcher because he knows exactly what he's going to get. The third and fourth time around, though, that's all the advantage of the hitters in my mind because they've seen Nestor Cortez in every single pitch he has. And lately, the Tampa Bay Rays, they have been destroying him over the last 2 games. He's given up a total of 12 hits and 9 runs with the Rays in just 9 innings of work over the last 2. The Tampa Bay Rays, they love to hit left-handed pitching. With the way Cortez has been pitching against them over the last 2 games, I've got to take him here once again to struggle. So I'm going to take over 2.5 runs as the best pitching prop of the day here. All right, let's go over to the graphic recap. A lot to break down here. We're taking the Reds on the money line going up against the Nationals. Going to trust Nick Lodolo. We got CJ Abrams over 1.5 bases going up against the Cincinnati Reds. Tyler O'Neill getting the matchup against the rookie over 1.5 bases. Maybe hit a home run in that game if you're interested in that. We have the over 9.5 runs as the Red Sox and the Dodgers is the best play of the day. Corbin Carroll over 1.5 bases going up against Kyle Hendricks and the Cubs. I know the numbers for Corbin Carroll. They are not good this season. You're just going to have to trust me on this one. The numbers, they say Corbin Carroll's going to hit at least a double in this game, probably more, going up against Kyle Hendricks. And then Nestor Cortez over 2.5 runs going up against the Tampa Bay Rays, who, while the Rays have struggled, they have been very good against Nestor Cortez over the last 2 games. Guys, that's going to do it. The MLB picks and props for Saturday, July 20th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.